In Deep Rock Galactic, there exists a mission modifier where enemies have a chance to spawn as an elite variant. Namely, they have enhanced attributes such as faster speed, more health, and other scary abilities. What if I were to create a similar sort of encounter but in Minecraft? Having already learned a lot of commands, thanks to me developing Kaizo Pandemia, which by the way, you should check out the video of me talking about it. During this time, I was also still relatively new to datapack creation, but I wanted to give it a try regardless. So then I set a goal for myself to create my first interesting gameplay altering datapack. If you want to skip ahead where I showcase this datapack in action, go ahead. But for now, I will explain the technical stuff I did for this datapack to function. There were two commands that snowballed me into creating this datapack: random and execute store. I realized that if I store a random value into a scoreboard, there's a lot of things I could do with it. So then I loaded up a fresh world and created a fresh datapack. Then inserted a tick function that made every mob spawn run this command. Let's break things down here. The command, rather than being run by the player, is now instead run by each individual entity on themselves. This extra target selector argument is used to prevent any entity with an assigned tag from running this command, which I will talk more about in a moment. Each entity then stores their own value into a scoreboard entry I called RNG. Finally, all entities will roll a value between a set range, which is the value that gets stored into the score entry as mentioned earlier. In order to prevent the mob from constantly rolling a number every tick, another command is executed. This part should be self-explanatory, but essentially, this detects if the number was rolled anywhere from 1 to 27. Since the mob can only roll a number from 1 to 27, then we have successfully detected that the entity was able to roll a random value. Simply have the entity tag itself with the custom tag RNG. That way we know that any entity with this tag was able to roll a random value. This also prevents them from re-rolling for a different number, as the previous command specifically excludes any entity with the tag RNG from executing the command again. Now that we got the basics of how an entity is able to roll a random value, we can check what number they rolled. If the number was rolled matches 1, then have them join a team and glow red. If any other value besides 1 is returned, simply do nothing. Immediately you can see the successful results of this proof of concept, and multiple entities around the world are becoming quote-unquote elite. The next step was to actually make them elite, and I started thinking of ways of doing so. The easiest part was just making every elite version have more speed, health, and damage. It does the job well, and can definitely shake up the way you interact with mobs, but it's rather boring if left just as is. Let's make things a little more chaotic. I started coming up with more ways to make as many elite mob variants as interesting as possible, be it giving them extra status effects, applying the player and other entities with status effects, becoming hostile instead of passive, having new interactions between other mobs, and being an outright nuisance to the player. I spent around 5 to 6 months developing this datapack, and each time I would get an idea of how I could possibly make an elite mob more interesting, I immediately went to write more code as soon as I possibly could, and implemented said elite concept. Every mob, including the boss mobs and unused giant and illusioner mobs, has an elite variant. I will provide a wiki in the description if you want to take a look at what each mob does, but for now, I will now demonstrate some of these elite mobs in action. So let's start off by doing a raid Battleman 5. Are you ready? So for this demonstration, elite mobs have a 1 in 7 chance of spawning, so we'll get to see them spawn more frequently. There might be one here. None of them are elite. Okay, that's interesting. Oh wait, we got one. Do not stand close to him. So that guy shoots fireworks, which I thought would be fun. Fireworks makes everything fun. And he also is very bad at protecting his teammates. I also just died. I wasn't even paying attention to my health. Don't stand close. Rip. You will be missed. There is an elite villager I saw somewhere. When two mobs that normally attack each other are on the same team, they don't attack each other. Okay, so we got a elite vindicator this time. You have a totem on you. So he popped his totem. Not only did he just pop his totem, he also restored all of his health back. Okay. Let's just circle. Okay, there's even elite bunnies on me. That's very nice. Okay, now I pop my totem. I don't have any more left. Might as well take care of you, because you're gonna be annoying. Oh, they're here already. Witch. You also have a totem. Did I give it 2 totems? I can't remember exactly. Okay, I need to get out. No, you're healing. It's not allowed. Oof. Oh, there's a Ravager here. I didn't realize. So you might think that just because you saw the Vindicator and the Witch, they had totems. Those are only a few mobs that spawn with them. It's only just those 2 plus the Evoker, the Illusioner, and the Fox. Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh no. Oh, thank you. And you also... nice going. What is this guy doing here? Hello. Oh, as a bonus, here's what this guy does. Poison Spit. Didn't get me, but it's getting them. Getting the Ravager. Oh, it's a new pillager on Ravager. Rip llama. That's not what you want to see. Okay, immediately lose it afterwards. That's nice. It is what they're made for. The Elite Vex cannot starve. They stay forever. So you actually do have to kill them. And it's gonna be annoying to do so. You got one? That's 2 crits. 3 crits. That's both of them. Oh, we got slimes. We haven't seen an elite illusioner. No, evoker yet. But I'm hoping to see one. No, we did get the Ravager though. Maybe? Evoker? Elite evoker? No. I don't know if I'm surviving you, but I'll give it my best. There's an elite squid somewhere. Yeah, I gotta avoid that. No! Rabbit! Huh, there was another villager here actually. Wait, oh what? What happened to the nitwit? Oh no, I'm an idiot. So he would have died regardless because he only gets targeted by the non-elite mobs. Here's what an elite evoker does. So this guy, every 3 seconds he has a passive attack where he will spawn a set of evoker fangs. You'll spawn a set of fangs on you at your location. There we go, he's dead. We got a bunch of Vexes. Not only will he do the attack to me, but to anything else. Okay, on to the next demonstration. So now I will do a trial chamber demonstration. The chance for an elite mob is 1 out of 9 for this demonstration. Ooh. Yeah, so that's so immediately we saw one spawn. I'm gonna play at the scaredy cat way. And another one just spawned in. Alright. I think 1 out of 9 might have been a bit too high. Or, yeah, too high of a spawn rate. And it's very quick. And it likes to flank you a lot. And it hurts. And I think that's all of them. Okay, so now I gotta take care of that one. Which one's this? Cave spiders. Okay. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. We gotta be careful of that one. Oh. Oh. I forgot. I keep forgetting about my own additions. Normal spiders. Oh. No. Man, let me just grab my axe real quick. This thing also has regen, by the way. Uh-oh. And also, you do that as well. And you're dead. Oh. I think I'm just gonna ignore these guys for now and see what this one has. Oh, yes, we got it. And now we charge at it because... Okay. So what you're seeing now is this breeze is shooting 3 wind charge projectiles at once. And if I get too close to it, it will create a shockwave and blow me away. And it is very hard to fight. Uh-oh. I think he's going after me. Okay, back to what I was doing. Oh, we got some fog here as well. Oh, you can see me from far away. It is a bit hard to see, but he is shooting three charges at once. And they're also being shot at a doubled rate. Oh, I could have stayed up there. Dude. Okay. Killed him. That was cool. Another interesting thing to note is, you may have already seen it, but they spot you from a lot farther away. The skeleton has a range of 16. Most attributes of elite mobs are doubled, but some of the attributes are multiplied by 1.5. So it used to be doubled, but it was overpowered. And you might also ask why 1 out of 27 for the normal one. Because 25 I thought was still a bit too common, but I thought 1 out of 30 was also still too rare, so 27 is like a nice middle ground. So I think that's all I wanted to show for this showcase for the trial chamber, but I'm not done with the showcasing the data pack just yet. There is one more thing I want to do, and that is to fight the Ender Dragon, which, by the way, I have actually never played to sit it before. So I'm gonna be fighting it for the first time for real, even though I created it myself. If it's too overpowered, then I might have to change it. If it's underpowered, I also still might have to change it. Let's pretend that I'm somewhat late game and I have normal diamond sword, normal diamond gear. So the Elite Ender Dragon has a 100% chance of becoming elite. So that means it is guaranteed to always become elite whenever you enter the end, or whenever you respawn. Why do I have 2 bows? Whenever you respawn the Ender Dragon. Another thing to note is that all the end crystals have cages and also have so some of the smaller, yeah, you see that. they don't have the gaps in between the iron bars. So you can't just shoot through them with the bow anymore. You actually have to climb up. That was also a very fast ball if you couldn't tell. Basically, any projectile that isn't an arrow that's shot by an elite mob is doubled or tripled in some cases. I'm gonna have to be very careful. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I was worried about. This is something I wasn't too sure if I wanted to keep, but I mean, I'm keeping the end crystals attacking you for sure. The end crystals attack you, but the knockback is probably something I'll change. So as for the elite ender dragon itself, I tried changing some of its attributes. You can't really do anything. So all it does is just have more health, and I think it also just deals a little bit more damage. Okay. I think the range is also 8 for the end crystal. Okay, so this is actually just scuffed. I don't know. Now that I tore down a hole here, I can probably shoot through it. There we go. And whoa, what just happened? Did the end crystal come back? Because it sure did. And in fact, something I thought would be cool is you kill the end crystals, they have a chance of coming back. And it's not just a chance, actually. It's on a set timer. So I think it's every 30 seconds, the nearest tower will respawn its end crystal. So whenever the dragon is close to a tower and the 30-second mark hits, then it will attempt to respawn the end crystal. If the end crystal is already there, then nothing happens. Let's go after the tallest one. Yep. I'll just mine it. And... oh! I had something else beating me at the bottom there. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet that is kind of the elephant in the room right now is that there's elite endermites, but where are those elite endermites? Well, they're actually getting spawned by the dragon. The dragon, every minute or so, spawns 8 of them underneath it. They fall down and then they don't take fall damage, and they're just there, and the endermen try attacking them. Okay, and here they are to attack me. The endermen will take care of them for me though. Most of them, hopefully. And if I attack one, it gives me darkness, because I couldn't think of anything creative. I think it's a good idea to just take out all the tall ones first. No. Okay. Nope. No. That is not good. So we gotta get through that. Gonna hurt a bunch, but oh, it didn't hurt. But that thing is gonna hurt though. Dude. I did not even. I was scratching my eye. I wasn't paying attention. At least it wasn't an elite one. Dude. So we got it. But now you gotta shoot an arrow at it. Alright. Okay. That's very nice. Get him. Oh. Alright, I don't know. I might have to nerf it. I think the thing I just need to nerf is the knockback from the end crystal. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was fine at the time, but it definitely is not. It definitely is not necessary to have. So, are you willing to shake things up in your world a bit? Because if you are, the data pack is now available on Modrinth, listed as elite threat mobs. I will try to put a link in the description, but last time I tried doing so, YouTube wouldn't let me because I wasn't verified and I had to verify using my real ID, which I refused to do. So on my channel description, you can join my Discord server for other stuff and projects that I work on. Oh, and by the way, if you attempt to transform an elite mob to another mob in any way, let's just say you'll get punished for attempting to do so. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.